to you.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about the Canada PR application timelines. This is a personal experience account based on my experience. There are several milestones in the express entry immigration process. Few of these milestones are specific to my application. Those are optional. For example, web forms. It is not applicable to everyone. You can apply a web form or you may not apply a web form. The first milestone in your immigration process is inspiration, your motivation to apply for Canada PR. I had a friend who went to Canada in March 2020 and had been asking me to do the Canada immigration application since, and it took 4 months for him to convince me to start working on the application. This is the major hurdle, the inertia. I did not want to work enough for it, and those 4 months were simply wasted. I did not do any progress in the application. In August 2020, I had decided to prepare for the IELTS examination, and I prepared for 1 month and I gave the IELTS examination in September 2020. So that was 1 month after I have decided to pursue the Canada immigration, and I had scored 8.5 in my IELTS. I can give tips for IELTS examination in separate videos, but for now let's stick to the milestone and the different timelines. Once I had given the IELTS examination, I started applying for the evaluation of my bachelor and master certification, which needs to be certified by WES Canada, and it took for them near about 50 to 60 days to give the evaluation certificate, and that was by November 2020. I had that evaluation certificate as well. Then I was eligible to submit my application. I started filling out the application and I submitted my application to the pool in December 2020, that is 4 months. I was one of those lucky candidates who had submitted the application in the first week of December, because there was one draw that happened in December. After that, the draws were suspended or postponed, and they did not happen until July of 2021. I submitted my application to the pool. Next week it was accepted and I was invited to apply. That is, I received my ITA in the same month, which is December 2020, and then I took about 1 month to gather all the documents with regards to job, with regards to education, police clearance certificate, proof of funds, and then gathering the funds. And I submitted all the supporting document in the portal by January 2021, and I got AOR, which is acknowledgement of receipt, by January 2021. And then I got a biometric instruction letter and I submitted my biometrics in February 2021. That is 6 months after I have started the application. And then I was getting restless that there was no movement in my application, and I applied for GCMS Notes in March 2021. They took 2 months to process even the GCMS Notes, and I received it in May 2021. There was no update in the application whatsoever after that. In the month of September 2021, I had renewed my passport and I wanted to be proactive. I submitted a web form with the renewed passport details. In the same month, I had changed my country of residence, so I raised another web form and I provided proof of funds from the new country of residence, and I changed my address. I changed my phone number, that was also given through a web form. It was 1 year 1 month since I have started my application. Then the next milestone was further away. I did not see any movement in my application, so I applied for another GCMS notes in April 2022 and I received the notes by May 2022. I could not get additional details regarding my application. There was nothing wrong with my application, so the notes did not give much information. It just gave the information that everything is running smooth. The officer checked my application last year. Those were included in GCMS Notes, and I was happy that there is nothing wrong with my application, but there was no movement whatsoever. And then I had the most busy month in the immigration application, that was May 2022. First, I received an additional document required request, which is ADR request from IRCC Canada. They specifically asked me for Schedule A IMM 5669 form. They also asked me police clearance certificate for a specific country. I provided PCC when I gave the supporting documentation in January 2021. I have worked across 5 countries, and so I stayed there for more than 6 months. So I had to take PCC from 5 countries. But in this ADR request, they asked me to provide PCC from a specific country. And then in the same month, I received another medical request. Previous medical was given in January 2021, so the medicals had expired. They asked me to give the medical again. I gave the medical in the new country of residence I was living back then. Then I raised a web form in the same month with a request to add the dependent. The web form was not read by IRCC. They directly sent me ready for visa email asking me to submit the passport for the visa stamping. I made some calls to IRCC and I explained to them that I have raised a web form to add dependent. They took my request to phone and I got an ADR to add dependent to the application in July 2022, and it was a newborn, so there were not a lot of documents. They basically asked me to pay a processing fee. They asked me to fill IMM 0008 form. They asked me to submit birth certificate, passport, and medical of the child. I did that and then I got ready for visa in the next month, which was in August 2022. By now, 2 years had passed. In my application, I had submitted my passport, and then the Canada entry visa was stamped on the passport, and in the next month, I got my passports back at my place. It is the milestone everyone is looking for. It is landing in Canada. I did the landing in Canada on December 2022, and during that visit, the Canada PR card a request was put in. In the next month, I got a request for new passport photos saying that my old passport photos did not satisfy certain requirements. It might not be completely true because those were the passport photos submitted with the application and the application was approved. Maybe they just needed additional passports. And then in the next month, I submitted the passports and I received my Canada PR physical card in April 2023. So that is 2 years and 8 months it took me to reach this milestone. Hopefully, this timeline helps you to get motivated to start on your application as early as possible. I would request you all to listen to that good meaning friend of yours and start on the application. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can reach out to me, comment below the videos. I will reply back to your comments or make a new video if it is a long topic. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.